And hey everyone, welcome to Friday Night Build. I'm Git and I'm super excited to have you join us today or tonight. It will depend where you are as we dive into the world of AI agents and Web3 using AgnoAI. Tonight we're going to explore how to design and build AI agents that can automate tasks, interact with users, even work with Web3 projects. It's going to be fun, interactive, and most of all, hands on. Joining with us tonight, we have our lead speaker, Davi, who will guide us through the demo along, hopefully, joining us soon. Robert, they'll share a tips, insight, and answer your question along the way. This session is going to be all about collaboration, experimentation, and prototyping, hopefully. And feel free to jump into the chat and share your ideas. And of course, ask any question at any time. Without any further ado, I'll hand it over to Davi to kick things off and show what was possible with Agno AI. Take it away, Davi. And of course, welcome, Robert. The floor is yours.
Awesome. Yeah, thanks, Keith. Thanks, Robert, for joining at exactly the right time that we started.
Great to be here, joining from East Tokyo. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Wonderful. Yeah, happy to be here today to discuss about the AI agents. We had a live stream, a Friday night live stream last week that we talked about the Crew AI. And now we are going to talk about AgnoAI. That's another tool, right? There are some differences between them that we will also try to cover during this session and to talk about it. But yeah, I will start by sharing my screen just to show you the website of the AgnoAI so you can go and explore more about this tool. And then we can start talking about. I also will bring some examples that you can understand better how it works. So yeah, let me just, okay, I need to have the permission to share my screen. Who can grant me that permission?
Let's fix that immediately.
I have a disabled button here and I cannot.
You are a co-host. And
Robert got all the keys.
Okay, no, I can.
Robert's the gatekeeper.
Not anymore. Not anymore.
All right. Davi, just before we start, for those who's new to AI agents, can you briefly explain what makes them different from regular apps or regular AIs?
Yeah. So let's start by talking a little bit about the Agno and also how it works, so you can understand it. The easiest way to think about it, it's a framework that lets you build and run agents. So it's not just a chatbot, but agents can have like roles, can have like a brain, can have like model, can have tools and knowledge. So, and also, I mean, with like speaking about the difference now from Korea and Agno, because we could experience that with Korea before when you have like
last
difference. Yeah, last week. So the difference basically is that when you have an agent, and talking about autonomous agent, you can have one agent talking to each other. They can delegate tasks to each other. It's different when you use like AI assistant directly because you are asking things and getting response. I mean, from the model, it's not proactive, right? With AI agents, we can have a proactive approach. I can ask the agent to do something, and the agent can ask to other agents and use tools, use the model to deliver the result to me. And also we can schedule it to execute it at a specific time. So we have more flexibility when it comes to agents. So for example, with Agno, you don't drag and drop things in a studio like you do with CrewAI. So instead, you write your agents in code. So it's a code first approach. that gives you a lot more control, as mentioned, flexibility, especially if you want to put these agents into production. So nowadays, the Crow AI and AgnoAI, they are popular in a multi-agent space right now. With Crow AI, we have a big selling point, that's the studio. It's a graphical interface where you can create agents directly, defining their roles, using prompts, wire them together, all without touching much code. I think that's the main advantage of using, for example, Crow AI and creating agents there. It makes very accessible, especially for people who want to get started quickly. I mean, or prefer a no-code environment for prototyping things, as you are doing in our last live stream, or just prototyping things. And AgnoAI takes a different approach. There is no visual studio, at least so far. They can create it in the future for building the agents. So everything is code first. So I will bring some examples. I will copy and paste the code. I don't want to make it overcomplicated for the audience. I just want to show what we can do with that, so you can explore it in more details later. So for that, we need to define our agents in Python, which is choosing which tools they can use, connect them to the knowledge bases, or we can call it vector database. They are semantic databases that allows us to ask things and orchestrate them however you want. So, so there is some trade-offs, pretty clear. Pro AI is more user-friendly if you want to build agents visually and you want to start. I will recommend you to start with Pro AI because you can use the studio. AgnoAI is more powerful, on the other hand. If you are comfortable with code and want maximum flexibility and orchestration capability, you want to do custom things, and you are, for example, already a developer, you know about code, you can go with the AgnoAI because it's a good choice, right? Just recapping here, this is the website, the AgnoAI website, it's agno.com. So you can go through the read the docs here link. And here they have a really wonderful, documentation, very clear, and with quick starts. We have an examples here that you can copy and paste and start using it. But important to that you can see here some concepts like you can go through here the documentation and understand exactly all the possibilities that we have with agents. So basically, as I mentioned, I have a model that's, for example, ChatGPT. You can use it as a model. Anthropic models, you can select them to use it. So it's like the brain. You need to, we're creating a person here. That's our agents that we work
Virtual
for
colleagues.
us. Yeah, our colleagues. We are creating an organization using agents, and you can select the brain that you can put into our agents. That's the model. The tools, for example, that agent can send emails, can search over the internet to get information. Those are the tools. You are giving the agent a browser. You are giving the agent a mailing, system, whatever. We are giving him some tools that the agent can use to work and to give you results that you want to. You have the reasoning. Basically, you can't allow your agents to think about your request. And what happens if I ask the agents to do something, the agent can rephrase what you asked, right? To give you a better answer. So you are allowing the agents to have the reasoning approach. So rephrase it and add more details to your
So
request.
even if you don't know the right syntax to word the command or task you're looking for, they will help you get into that.
Yeah, it's basically when you use, for example, other AI assistants, you can see sometimes the reasoning behind it. That's the AI helping you to think about your request. So instead of taking your request directly, I can send the request to the model. The model can rewrite it in a more detail and then can start doing it based on the reasoning. Um, that's basically a second step. I mean, we are not taking your request directly. We are reasoning on that. You have the knowledge.
So in terms of thinking, it's more critical.
Yeah, I can see it depending on what you want to achieve.
Mm-hmm.
It can be really critical because if you are a newbie, I mean, you don't know exactly what you are asking. If you need
Mm,
more details on, you need
correct.
some assistance when you want to ask things or have more detailed request, more detailed prompt. You can enable it to allow you to have better response, but it will consume more tokens because before processing your request, you are having a second layer here that
Mm,
are basically detailing your request. So you will consume more tokens, and that's the reason why you can enable or disable it. Because if I'm taking the prompt from the user directly, maybe it's good to have a reasoning, but
mm-hmm.
you can create, or if you have like autonomous agents, you can have like instructions, a well-structured instruction that you
Mm-hmm.
can send to the agent that you don't need to second step right on that. You don't need reasoning. You don't just, okay, I have exactly the prompt
Mm-hmm.
that I want to. I will send you that prompt. You take it and you process the answer.
But there are
And you have
iterations,
the
of course, which you take into account from like a previous engine where you test that before that.
mhm,
It's rarely that you get the perfect prompt consisting of a lot of lines
mhm.
to generate what you want on the go.
Yeah, the reason help you to improve your prompt, basically. Yeah, it helps a lot, but you consume more tokens because of that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because you're not just producing the response, but you are also producing a new prompt based on your original prompt. And the knowledge, for example, I can provide to the agent some knowledge, PDFs that I want, or I want to index the COTI white paper, for example, to give it to the agents to get information about it, or YouTube videos. That's something that I will show today in as an example. I will try to get our latest Friday night live stream and give that information to the agent. So basically, I'm giving the knowledge, right? For example, get the transcript of our latest live stream and use it as a knowledge. So I can ask you questions regarding our live streams. So our agent will have the knowledge. The same way, I mean, think about, okay, our agents, they are watching the videos for us, right? Basically. And then we can ask them to have like, to summarize the content or
Mm,
to highlight some specific parts of the video that we want to review later that talks about some tool, for example,
mm.
with school, right? And this is basically the knowledge. You can provide the knowledge through documents, PDFs, websites, videos. I mean, we have a lot of options when it comes to knowledge, right?
So eventually, you can get these AI agents to help edit the videos as well, right? In the future.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
Mm.
you can have it as well. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
that's really
it
good for
works with
creators.
videos. It's important, yeah, to mention because it works with video as well. Even
Mm.
though we have more examples with text because it's easier to show, right, the
Oh yeah,
demo
it's
this.
easier to
But
detect, of course.
yeah, but with videos we also have some examples, and you can do that with AgnoAI. You can use the AgnoAI as a video creator, for example. Yeah,
Oh
it's
wow.
more complex use cases, right, but it works. We can
Mm.
do that with AgnoAI. We have some tools that work with the AI video creator, and it works, right? We have storage to save the session and a state. I mean, when we start having a conversation with the agent needs to have a way to store that context, the previous conversation, so they can take it into a consideration when we want to have like answers. We can use the previous conversations for that.
So
Because
it
by
can be
default,
recalled.
yeah, I can recall. By default, the agent is stateless,
Hmm,
but we can make it stateful using the storage.
I see.
And based on that, we can have like memory. So we can give agents the ability to store and recall information from previous interaction. But we need a storage to have memory, basically, right? We need to save it in somewhere. Uh, we save it in our brain, and the agent needs to save it in a database or
Hmm,
some storage to have it there. And it provides the ability to have the memory. So
hmm.
it's like a human, right? And a person. We
Yes.
are shaping here a person with brain, with tools, with knowledge, and everything like that. Which is
Role
like the
expectations. Yeah.
role, cool, expectations, instructions, output. We can't like define exactly which type of output we want. So it's really cool, right? Because you can shape exactly the way that you want that agents to work for you. Um, so just a recap about agents, right? What they can do, and same thing we will have with the other AI agents, other AI tools with different names. They usually change the name instead of memory. They use, another word, but the idea, the concept behind it, it's the same, right? You are shaping like these agents to work for you, giving tasks, giving tools. Idea is the same, right? The way that we will code it, create it, will be a little bit different. But that's the that's the beauty of creating agents. That's that flexibility.
Hmm,
Um, so yeah, I think that's basically the main idea here. Let me just recap something. Okay, in we can have in for example, Crew AI we have the crew, but in AgnoAI we have the team, right? So we have agents. We can have agents as part of the team, right? And the team, as a team, we can have a researcher team, and we can put behind it like a YouTube researcher, document researcher, and they can work together. When you ask to the team, you allow the team to delegate tasks to each other. We can have a
Specialists.
specialist. We can have an isolate agent, and we start asking questions to that agent. But using Crew or using Teams allows you to do that, to ask the team, and the team will handle that request, and the team will decide exactly which one of the team members will handle that specific task automatically. It's the delegation is automatically processed based on your request. And I will show you also that one example about that. So, all right, let's go to the, I will show, okay, I probably need to reshare, right, the screen just to show you one example here with AgnoAI. I show you code here, but I will try to be very
Keep,
simplistic here in terms
keep it
of
accessible.
accessible, in terms of how it works. I will start by using a very nice example that's getting, for example, I will give a YouTube video link to the agent, and I will ask the agent to provide me some overview regarding this video, check the video length, identify the video type, tutorial, review a lecture, the timestamp of the parts of the video, write an analysis on this video, highlight key learning points, note practical demonstrations, mark important references, and here is basically the instructions that we are talking before, right? We can give the agents all the instructions that you want for that task. So here I have the agent. I have a name, that's the YouTube agent. I have the model, that's the brain. I'm using the ChatGPT 5 mini as the brain. And the tools, I need access to the YouTube. So I'm granting access to the YouTube, to this agent. So I need to specify it into the tools. Otherwise, I don't have access because I'm just have access to my brain, my model, right? So if I want to get transcript from YouTube videos, I need to grant that access to my agents. That's exactly the purpose of this YouTube tool. So this is like classes that we import from the Agno. It's part of the framework, right? The Agno has it built in, and I don't need to provide any key here, API key. For YouTube, you don't need that. Just for the ChatGPT, you need to have a key, your API key from the OpenAI, because you need to have a way to charge you, right? To consume your tokens. So you need to provide your own API key. And I'm using it.
Sorry, Davi. Just a quick question on the YouTube's tool. The part when you said YouTube's tool, does that mean it gets permission to kind of access the back end of YouTube?
Yeah, you are granting permission to this tool. So this tool will access the YouTube and get the video metadata, transcription, description, and things, a title, and things like that. So you are granting that permission to this agent, specifically to this agent, to use that tool, and this tool will access the YouTube website to get it. But it's public information. I mean,
Oh, okay.
when you pass your video, it should be a public video, right? It will like hit the YouTube website to get that information for
So
you.
whatever you see, let's say if you go on your YouTube video and whatever you see on screen at that time, I mean that's considered public information. So
Yeah,
the numbers of views, how many likes that videos get is
exactly.
also include that, but it would not get the demographic. That's the back end, right? For example, like who, how, what's the gender that watched this video, the gender split, the
Yeah, no,
the region, etc. So you don't get that. You
exactly. Yeah,
okay.
the demographic, the analytics, you don't have that because we're just getting the public, right?
Okay.
You
Gotcha.
probably, we need to check, but we probably have tools that can get that information for you. But in that case, it's not public, you need to provide your token, your API key, or something like that to connect with your account and
Mhm.
get those private information. But here, as we are instructing the agent just to create for us an overview and summary of the video, we don't need like private information, so just YouTube tools works for us here. So cool, I have detailed requests here for our agent. So as you can see, I have just an agent object here, and I'm setting the name, the model, and the tool. So just the model and the tool, it's all that you need for now. Here I have some step-by-step to avoid overcomplicating it. I'm just like creating an isolated environment to run these agents. That's exactly the reason to use that. And here I will enter that environment. I need to install some pre-requirements. I will also push that code to our repository later, and I can share it so the audience can start like playing with it and have a step-by-step to start with it. Okay, I have installed the dependencies, and I want to call this agent here. That's the YouTube agent. So I will just use well, let me clean here. with Python, and I will call the COTI YouTube agent, and let's see what's happened here. It probably would take a minute or so. Don't remember exactly, but it's around that because it needs to get the transcript. Okay, it's thinking, right?
Mm.
I just asked to analyze this video.
Hmm.
This video is our last live stream about Crew AI. So let's check the result. I asked to analyze that video and to give us an overview with a content organization here with some guidelines to follow regarding timestamp, details. So let's see. Because you can produce content based on videos, right? Even though it's a live stream, you can later convert that live stream into an article, into a text that you can review it later and read it with more details. You can, as I mentioned, highlight specific timestamps where the hoster is talking about specific tool, which it's nice. So here we have, let me check here, an overview, right, of the video. It's Friday. Let me zoom. Zoom out. Yeah. Friday night build, building AI agent with Crew AI, code foundation, 1 hour, 30 minutes. It's a live workshop demo format, live technical demo, work through of Crew AI Studio, no code, prompt driven, content structure. We have also here the timestamps, introduction, when we start talking about the crew, key idea, dashboard and crew studio overview, creating an agent, the project manager agent, tools and integration overview. We talked about those tools in the live stream. So here it's exactly the tools that we mentioned. No code UX, LLM settings, adding additional agents and roles, and the live build with the crypto crew. That's exactly what we did in the live stream.
Mm.
And all the details here. We can have exactly all the details with the timestamp. We can also copy and paste it in our video description on YouTube. So the users can just click on these timestamps and go directly to the part of the video that's talking
Oh,
about it.
wow.
So
So this is
yes,
actually like
and
the breakdown of the whole video.
exactly. It's
Oh,
the
wow.
breakdown of the whole video, right?
Oh my God.
Key learning points. That's cool, right?
You can actually sell this to a lot of agencies, by the way.
Yeah, you can actually set your agent to do it automatically each time that you have a new video published on your channel
Oh,
to
wow.
create the description. And this is a more advanced use case, but it's doable. You can just like connect with these agents your YouTube channel and do that, like listen all the videos that you publish there. And here you have the learning points, automatic generated based on everything we talked about in the last live stream. So Crew AI Studio lets you compose autonomous multi-agent workflows without code, right? Useful for content automation, built-in connectors, debugging auditability. I mean, and practical demonstration worth watching. So we have exactly the parts of the video that we are demonstrating things. So as it's like a video that has more than 1 hour, it's cool to have it because you can go directly to the part that is more interesting for you. Yeah, important references and tools mentioned. You can have a list of the tools that we have mentioned during the live stream, the Serper Dev, the Scrape Graph, the models, the Python, things like that. And here are some suggestions for viewers, how to reproduce, if you want to replicate the demo, exactly the step-by-step on how to replicate the demo that you are using in the live stream. very detailed and complete because we also have a very detailed instruction, right? So it depends on how you instruct the agent. So it's really cool because you can have a description to copy and paste on your video, and really, really nice. So this is a very simple agent example connecting to the YouTube using ChatGPT 5 mini. I mean, very few lines of code that you can copy and paste and start using it. This is one example. I'm doing it code first because, as I mentioned, the AgnoAI doesn't have a option like in the studio to create, but it has a possibility to run our agents using AI, using a UI interface that I will show you in a minute. So this is the first example. I will bring here another example that's creating our COTI agents, but I call it COTI OS agent because the Agno has that the concept of OS, operational system, that you can publish, or you can have a playground. You have a playground on Agno that you can start asking questions to your agent using a UI interface. But first thing first, in order to have our COTI will add to the COTI the possibility of searching PDFs. Let's say the white paper, COTI white paper, for example, we can teach our agent to that. We'll have all the live streams, the previous live streams. You can add to the to our agent as well. So here is the knowledge basically. We can add PDF, YouTube knowledge. I will start by adding PDF and YouTube knowledge to our agent. And here you can see this object. And here you can see how you add content, right? So I'm adding a COTI white paper. This is the address of the PDF. And I can add some metadata just to facilitate the classification of this data. And here's the thing, I can just start adding a lot of videos, YouTube videos. I have here the link of the last one, but also the Figma and UX pilot AI. When we talked about security, agents and automation, ideating with AI, Telegram bot, I can add all those previous video and I can give it to the agent, so the agent will have the knowledge of all of those live streams. I can start asking questions about all those live streams to my agent. Along with the PDFs, that's the white paper, of the COTI white paper, that I will also add here. And that's basically the first step to start creating knowledge to our agent. So I will run it. So it's the add content. I will just run this Python script here. And we'll have that knowledge first in order to run our agent. Let's wait now to process each one of the video. But it's not limited to that, right? You can think of other source of information that you need, depending on your use case. Yeah, I have already run it before, so this is why it's skipping it, but we already have our knowledge base created. And now I have here an OS, right? Just to make it simple, I'm just consuming here the knowledge that I have created for PDF and the lives. And now I have some different agents here. I have the PDF analyst, that's an expert on coding documentation, that I'm adding here all the instructions, your expertise areas like tokenomics, staking, coding, blockchain architecture, analysis approach, so all the identify document type, extract key technical concepts, contextual understanding, response format, exactly the format that they want to receive. Start with an executive summary, use a clear headings, highlight critical technical specifications. I mean, things like that. We can provide it, all the information. So I have here my knowledge. So my brain is the model. I have my knowledge. That's all the PDFs. In that case, I just added the white paper. I'm also allowing it to search the knowledge as the first option, right? Go directly to the knowledge. Don't try to get the answer from the model, from the ChatGPT, because I already provided you the white paper. So I just want to have here hallucination. And that's the reason why we add that information directly into knowledge, because we have that formation exactly for your use case. You can also use internal PDF documentation. If you don't want, of course, to use it publicly, you can run your agent internally, for example, and you can give to your agents some internal documentation to index, right? It's different when it comes to the model, because if you ask the ChatGPT, it's like a public information, right? So here I'm saying, okay, search directly into the knowledge. This agent will use the knowledge to answer the questions and the instruction. I also allowing to use memories, but I don't want to have much the complicated things here. Just more important thing is that I have this instruction and I'm providing the knowledge to these agents. I also have a YouTube analyst. It's my YouTube analyst. Okay, Kit, go ahead. You are muted.
Sorry. If I want to walk through this, so basically it's like you provide the kind of like PDF for this AI agent to kind of memorize it, and then when we ask anything regarding to that PDF file, the knowledge will, how do you say, knowledge will be like the first priority that will go straight into that
Yeah.
PDF file that we provided, instead of going to the agent, the ChatGPT agents that create hallucination. Am I understanding this correctly?
Exactly that. Yeah.
Okay. No, sorry. My second part of the question is, so for example, if I use ChatGPT and I provide the exact knowledge, it might not be the PDF. I might copy and paste all the text
Mhm.
from that PDF and copy and paste it to ChatGPT and let it memorize it. I can still recall or ask question regarding that to the
Right.
ChatGPT, correct?
That's exactly what ChatGPT does under the
Yeah.
hood. If you upload a file like a PDF, ChatGPT is doing a RAG. That's exactly a database that's creating in memory a database
Mm-hmm.
and storing, all those information regarding your PDF. That's exactly what happens when you use like the ChatGPT. You are under the hood creating it, because that information is not going to the model. That's a temporary information, right? That's
Okay.
it's on your context, right?
All right.
So you are not training the model with that. You are just creating a knowledge for that. And ChatGPT will search that knowledge from the document that you uploaded, but it's not part of the model. If you create a new, context, a new conversation, they will probably don't know about your
Okay,
document,
so
unless your document is publicly available and the ChatGPT can get it from the internet, for example.
okay.
But
So
we are providing here exactly the same functionality, but for our agent to get information directly from the PDF, for example. We call it a RAG, right? Because it's a semantic database. Under the hood, it stores that document into vectors, in numbers, because it's semantic search. It's not like a normal search, like the raw text. So it's a bit more complicated to explain, but basically it uses a different way to storage the information that helps you to get your answer based on the semantic or the words that you are asking. That's where the AI will help you. It's the database for the AI is a vector database, but
okay.
Yeah, I mean, that's the
Uh,
way
I,
that they
I
handle that.
so if I give you another example, for example, if I'm a telesales, right, and
Mhm.
usually telesale they have this big manual for you to answer to the clients, when you kind of cold call to random
Mhm.
prospects, right? Now, so what happened is, they'll have this set of answers that, for frequently asked question, or usually replies from the prospect, and they'll always have these answers. So for example, if I throw this into the AI agent, and I get let's say I get a response from what the prospect that I was on a phone call, I can just basically text what they say, and then the
Yeah.
agent will analyze, and then will give us an answer based on what
Mhm.
I provide, correct?
Yeah, exactly
Okay.
that. Yeah.
Okay, understood.
Mhm.
All right. Okay,
Uh,
this is very useful. I think it's the first
yeah,
time I'm
for sure.
really
Yeah.
this excited.
No, are very useful because they are flexible. You can
Hmm.
do, I mean, you can shape it accordingly with your use case, right?
Okay.
That's the beauty of it. Uh, Here I'm creating the YouTube analyst, also giving some instructions to the YouTube analysis, right? Very similar to the previous one. I want to have like I want to get, based on the transcript, I want to get more detailed information about it. So I need to specify exactly what I want, right, to have
Hmm.
a good answer. So response format, code specific focus areas. So key information extraction, you need to provide it. Roadmaps, tokenomics, right? Also, I'm setting the model. Now the knowledge is the YouTube. I'm getting the, so these agents have the want, like this agent want get information from PDF. So basically, you are restricting the knowledge of this agent just for the YouTube videos. I have a news researcher that's used the DuckDuckGo to search over the internet and get information regarding, in that case, regarding COTI. So you are a strategic COTI news researcher and market intelligence analyst. And you have like a comprehensive strategy here, what you want to get from it, specific terms that you want that agent be able to search, high priority, medium priority. I mean, depends on your context. Report structure like breaking news, market moves, partnerships, technical updates, regulatory and compliance, market analysis. So same thing. We can here the tool is different. I'm just giving the agents a browser, the go. Okay, you can search the internet and get that information, but you don't have access to PDFs. Just to have specific right agents doing exactly that thing to avoid mixing things. Because if I start giving to the agents all information, it start like mixing things from different sources. And I have the writer. Also, you can have a specific agent to write content for
Hmm.
us. And exactly what we want here, the mission or target audience of this text, and
Oh wow.
technical articles. I mean, you can specify here all the details that
Hmm.
you want. Articles structure, the hook,
Mm.
executive summary, deep analysis, insights, next steps, quality checklist. So technical accuracy verified with the team experts, claims supported by evidence and sources, appropriate tone for target audience, clear value proposition, SEO-friendly headlines and structure, call to action included where
Oh
appropriate. I
wow.
mean, it's nice, right?
This is
And
this is like this is heaven for me, because I came from an agency background, so this is mind blowing to me.
that's cool, right? And you also have, we can create our own tools because I mentioned we have already built in YouTube. You have the Go. We have, I mean, tons of different tools already available on
Hmm.
Agno. But you can also create your own. For example, on COTI, we have our MCP. That's basically, I call it like a blockchain engineer.
Mm-hmm.
That's an agent that can, I mean, get information from a specific transaction. This agent can create contracts for us, can mint tokens,
Oh
can
wow.
create accounts, can do a lot of things. It's like our own blockchain engineer.
Uh-huh.
So I'm just connecting here with our MCP. I'm creating a new tool, an MCP tool. I'm setting here the address of this tool. Uh, and also I'm creating the agent here,
Mm-hmm.
setting the instructions, the role. You will analyze data and call MCP tools endpoints when needed. And I have here the tool, right? This is our newly created MCP tool. That's the COTI MCP tool.
Mm-hmm.
So that's cool because we can now give that all that information, all that tools to our agents to be able to do all these actions for us. And here's the beauty, because you can create a team, a research team. Now I have the knowledge base, the YouTube, the blockchain, the news, the writer. I have everyone here. Yeah, the blockchain is our MCP. We have the YouTube analyst, we have our knowledge base analyst, our creator, writer, and the news. Let me check here. The news is our news researcher. Okay, we have everyone here in our team now. We have 5 different agents working together,
Okay.
right? And here I have the agent. So the agent basically, I set my team. So I have the agent. The agent has a team, and the team has members, and each
Mm-hmm.
member is an agent. Basically, you have organizational structure being created here, right?
Mm. Oh.
Uh, yeah, so let me start that. It's the
Uh,
COTI OS. Yeah, COTI.
before before we start that, can I just ask a quick question regarding if you remember when you were talking to YouTube and you were explaining about the public information that shows in on screen, right, for YouTube.
Mhm.
For example, if I want to use the same tool for TikTok, that would have worked the same, correct?
Yeah, yeah, sure. You need to have
So,
a tool for
mhm,
TikTok
yep.
or X or any other social media, but it works the same way, right?
Okay. So does that mean, for example, if let's say, if I want to paste a TikTok handle in of course in this agent, and I wanted to
Mhm.
analyze how much average views this handle
Yeah,
gets,
you can
and
do that.
all that
Mhm.
information, you can do that, right?
Yeah. Mhm.
Oh wow, that's actually
Yeah, you can
that's
have a
really,
list of influencers, for example. You
yeah,
can those lists and pass it to the agents to process it in
yeah.
a daily basis. For example,
Mhm.
things like that. You can create a report for you on
Mm.
trending topics that those influencers are mentioning
So
in the last
you can
week.
get the verticals for instance, like categories for influencers, or like for example,
Yeah,
food, beauty, lifestyle, technology influencers.
yeah,
Like you can the AI will actually able to differentiate all of that.
yeah, yeah.
Oh wow, this is amazing.
Yeah, this is, yeah, you can, I mean, yeah, later you can like create workflows
Yep,
based on that. And that's because here is not a no workflow yet because we're just calling it directly,
of
but you
course.
can create a workflow based on that and schedule it to run for you.
Oh wow.
Or you can trigger the execution using Slack, using other tool, right? You don't need
Okay.
to use like Visual Studio like I'm doing here. You can have your agent, you can trigger your agent using,
Okay.
I mean, an AI assistant, because you can convert your agent into a MCP tool, and you can
Okay.
connect it with other tools like the Claude or the ChatGPT. You
Okay.
can use it as
So it could be
an external,
integrated in multiple
yeah,
platforms.
in multiple platforms,
Oh
right?
wow,
Yeah,
amazing.
because the MCP is a format, is a standard format,
Yep.
So as in Agno, you have the possibility to convert it into a MCP. You
Of
can
course.
connect it with any other AI assistant.
That's amazing. Yep.
So
I think
cool.
that's
Let
that's
me.
my question for now. But of course,
Mhm.
continue. Keep going. I mean, you're doing God's work right now.
I will start the COTI OS now. Yeah, let's wait until it starts, and I will show you in a bit. Okay, we are not showing here the browser. Let me reshare again my screen. Probably I need to share my entire screen now because I will change the. Okay, okay, I have the agent ready now.
Hmm.
So let me refresh the page. Here is the specific page on Agno. That's the os.agno.com. So what we can do here, we can connect your agent here in your machine and start using it here on the browser, right? This is exactly what I did. I mean, I have here the the address of my agent that's local on my machine, but I'm connecting it. And what's cool here, right? I have some, let me go here. I can start chatting with my agent. Let me, okay, I don't have an agent now, I have a team, right? Because I have created a team. And here you can see the members of my team. I have the research team. Let me zoom in a bit. And I have the PDF analyst, I have the YouTube analyst, blockchain engineer, news
Researcher.
researcher, and the content writer. As you could probably notice, I'm not saying the hierarchical here, right? They are part of the same team, and this research team will decide based on your request which one of the team members will respond. And also, the research team can delegate um, to each other, right? To the PDF analyst and to the blockchain analyst, or to the everyone can work on your request or not. Depends on what you are
Ah,
asking to the team,
okay.
right? They are available for you. They are like you have them allocated to you, but it depends on what you are asking here. The team you decide here which one of the members will work or not.
So,
So
for example, it would be like I'm the manager that controls everything, like
yeah,
controls
that's the
these.
manager.
Let's say
Hmm.
if they are like employees in my team. So let's say I would be like, okay, have the PDF analyst, work with YouTube analysts to create this kind of content, and then work with
Hmm.
the news researcher, go and search the news, and then work with content writer to
Hmm.
produce this type of content,
Yeah,
and they'll just work like that simultaneously, correct?
yeah. It
All right.
happens here automatically
Okay.
because I decided to just create a team and set members.
Mm-hmm.
But if I want to be very strict in terms of the flow, as I
Mm-hmm.
mentioned, I can create an workflow, and in that time it's different because in the workflow you can say, okay, let's start by the PDF.
Mm-hmm.
Then, when the PDF is done, the result of the PDF analyst will go to the writer, and you can define what
Okay.
you want. Yeah,
Let's say
here I
if you
can
don't
see.
create
Mhm.
workflow, I mean, does that click risk into creating kind of like hallucination?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So it's
If you don't create a
safer to do a
flow, it
workflow, of
happens
course.
automatically. Yeah, it happens automatically.
Hmm.
So the model, I mean, you decide the best approach to do, right?
Okay.
So if I click on see config, I can see all the let me show you something here. Yeah, here I have a visual representation of
Mhm.
my organization now. So I have my research team. Now I have the PDF analyst. I have hired all of them, right, to work for me. The YouTube analyst, the blockchain engineer, news
Mhm.
researcher, the content writer, right? I can also have like teams of teams. I mean, I can start nesting it if I want, right? But just to make it simple, I will have here just my research team composed by 5 different agents, so you can see it visually. Also have here a good overview of the like not a job description, but you can see like all the details about each one of the agents, what they can do.
Of course.
For example, the prompts that I have set to each one of them, the tools that they have. For example, here on COTI, let me check news researcher. Here, for example, the blockchain engineer. Look at it. We have a lot of tools available because we are connecting to the MCP, the COTI MCP, so can decrypt value, encrypt value, transfer coins, switch network, a lot of different. And here I can start asking questions, right? Since I have it, for example, what team members do you have? It start by give me the answers, right? So I can just, let me show here. Yeah. So, okay, I have YouTube analyst. I can do, for example, let me show here. I can start by, for example, asking me go to the YouTube, or give me more details about COTI white paper. Or you are not seeing it here probably. White paper, because I have indexed the white paper, so the agent knows about the white paper. Let's see what happens, because behind scenes you can see the tasks being delegated, right? The research team decided to delegate the task to a member, right? That's the PDF analyst. What's right? Because the PDF analyst has the knowledge regarding the COTI white paper. So here we have, well, it was fast, really fast. And we have the member response. That's the PDF analyst. And here I have a summary of the COTI white paper, for example, based on the PDF, right? So is that this information comes from the our knowledge directly. I'm not like searching the model, not searching ChatGPT. It's really internal. And you can see here the memory being updated. So as I decided to use memory to set the storage, so now we have the memory being updated.
So the
based my
research
request.
team, sorry, the research team runs through the whatever you put into the knowledge, right? The PDF, for example. So let's say that you put in this document, PDF document, and the research team just kind of go through that itself. It doesn't go outside. It's very, as you were saying, it's
Inside.
internal, right? That's
Internal,
I
yeah.
understand that correctly. Right? Okay, understood.
Yeah, it's important if you have concern about, having private information, you can use it internally also.
Mm,
So it's
okay.
good. You can also ask, let's say, our latest video. I will do that again, but now with a different video. Let me get here the COTI Foundation, the right. And I can go to the live streams here. I can select another one here, for example, the Figma, right? I can
Okay.
just go here. Oh, you're here.
Yep, it was me.
Okay.
Welcome
That's no
back, Robert.
problem. Okay, watch this video, right? Watch this video and provide me, a nice overview of what was, mentioned during overview of the topic, right? Of the topic of this live stream. Let's see what happens here, because behind scenes we have the research team calling now the YouTube analyst. It's right, and delegating that. And we have here the YouTube analyst. You can see like the reasoning behind it, right? The search knowledge base. And you have here the live stream community call, the main topics that was discussed, right? And also the time, the time frame here, key announcements, technical insights, community highlights, forward looking. So really cool. We have all that information because we added that knowledge to our agent, so we can ask it. So that time, the research team decides to go to the YouTube analyst to
Mm-hmm.
answer my question. So that's how it works. I mean, I'm asking to the research team, to the team, and the team decides to call a specific agent here. So we have those
We
three
should.
different modes,
Hmm.
right? The agents, the teams, and the workflows, basically.
Mm.
I was going to say we should hire this agent to add all that information to our videos. Looks great. It's a great summary.
Actually,
Yeah,
this
yeah,
is a really good one. I want it for myself.
yeah. You can, yeah, you can automate that, right?
Yeah.
To listen. Yeah, I was thinking about it. To listen some YouTube, watch some YouTube videos or specific channels that you
Mm,
want. You can start adding channels, and you want to be updated about topics, right? And you can have
exactly.
someone watching a lot of videos and give you some insights on those videos to you,
Mm,
right? That's the yeah, I can continue like asking questions here. I mean, and really fast, by the way, the Agno AI is one of the fastest agents, I mean, in the market.
mm-hmm.
So really fast, you can see the answers. Um, and yeah, you can change, I mean, a lot of configuration here. Let me just check here let me show you how the workflow works. So that's basically how the team works. As you can see, you can start creating new sessions here. And you can also convert, as I mentioned, to an MCP, or you can convert it to an API, and it allows other tools to call it from different sources, right? So this is nice. You can have flexibility not on creating it, but on how to integrate your. But this OS here is cool if you want to have a playground to test it, right? To ask questions, to
Of
improve it.
course.
You can use it until you have a final version for it, and
Mhm.
then you can decide if you want to publish it externally, if you want to continue using it internally. You can schedule it to run it in your own machine, right, internally without needing to publish it if you want. So going back here, I have an example here with the workflow. It's a bit more complex, but just to understand how it works, you also have, for example, agents. We have a web agent here that I have the DuckDuckGo. I have the Hacker News. We also have a tool specific for Hacker News already built in Agno. A writer agents, you can see it here. I'm not providing so much details, so it's just a basic example. You can have like instructions with a single phrase, but I recommend you to add as much details as possible to the agents to get better results. And yeah, I will just show you here the same thing. We have a research team, the Hacker News, and the web agent, and you can create here our AI trends in 2024 based on the Hacker News, allowing our agents to search the internet to get that information. Um, and yeah, we basically have the research and the writer, very simple, but it's like we are running it like a workflow now. Let me just run it. Python workflow. I will create a new terminal here. Okay, I think we need we need to install some dependents here because we don't have some modules already ready here. Let me try to install it directly. No, I need to activate our
Mm.
environment. Okay, let's go back here to the workflow. Let's see if it works now. Okay, For steps, we have the AI trends in 2024. That's exactly what we want. We want a blog post, right? It's a blog post workflow. And I can run it daily, for example, to get the latest news from Hacker News, search the internet to get some information regarding trends, and write a blog post for me, for example. So this is the workflow. We also have a possibility here to stream the result, right? As you can see, I need to wait until I have the final answer, right? When I was using the OS, you can see OS was streaming the text directly to me. So I also have that possibility to stream using AgnoAI. You can enable streaming. You have like an option here, stream. You can switch it from false to true, and then you can see all these. Interesting fact is that in order to enable the streaming with OpenAI, you need to verify your account with an ID. We have like a more your company, right? When you have your account, you need to verify your account.
Mm.
Okay, here I have our blog post. That's exactly, let's go here. Well, we have all the 4 steps of our workflow. So first step, I'm writing a blog post on the topic AI trends in 2024. Search
Okay.
the web for at least 10 articles.
Mm.
Step 2, research team. Here are some articles and insights related to AI trends in 2024, which might be helpful for your blog post. And here are the 10 articles, right? We have here.
So those are more of like a reference to what the message is.
Always like a reference, like briefing for the writer. Key insights for Hacker News, right? We have also insights here. And we have step 3. We are now, I'm writing a blog post on the topic AI trends in 2024. Here is the information from the web. So this workflow, we are preparing first all the material that we want to use as an input for the writer, and then we can pass that briefing here to the writer. And okay, this is the briefing again, and here the step for the writer agents based on all the previous information. We have here the blog post, AI trends in 2024, what we expect. So we have here the text, enhanced AI training methods, generative AI for database, the need for coherent understanding, really cool. I mean, very short. I mean, some topics here, and the conclusion, right? So we basically created here a workflow step by step, because here we want to follow a specific flow to gather some information, previous information, and pass it to the other step and use it as an input. And the output of the step 2 is the input of the step 3, and so forth. So this is another possibility, right? If you want to create something on automation based on our teams or agents, we can just set our agents and teams here, and we have this possibility of setting the steps, right? So we still have all the possibilities of the team, right? You have the team inside it, but now we need to have a very specific steps in order to complete our response. So you can just copy and paste it. You can change the format, right, depending on what you want. You can integrate it if you are a developer. You can get that result, integrate it with your, blog site and post it automatically. For example, you can create a mechanism that do it everything automatically, like. Or you can review it first and, okay, I will approve it, I have a step to approve it, but then you need to connect it with external, tools to do that, right? The main focus here is to get information that we want. Once you have it, you can start creating on your own the integration with other tools. So this is the workflow way to do. So we can have an agent alone, you can have a team with different agents, or you can have an workflow where you need more control over the steps that you want. You can create a workflow.
It's amazing.
Yeah, as I mentioned, comparing to the CRUAI, we this is more code first, right? So we need to go to the Python. But the good news is that you can copy and paste the pre-existing examples if you are not so familiar with Python, and we can start like running it and adapting it to your specific needs. CrewAI on the other side is more friendly because you can use the prompts to create the agents. You can ask to create agents using prompts. But that's an alternative, right? More flexible if you want to create advanced use cases and you are more familiar with code. As I mentioned before, I recommend you to use Agno. If you are new, start with CrewAI because CrewAI is more friendly. You have a studio and you can start creating things like that. And you can download the Python code at the end, right? So it's cool about the CrewAI. Go ahead, Kitty.
Hi. Yeah. So I was thinking with the Agnos AI. You said that one is code first, correct?
Yeah, code
Yeah.
first.
Does that mean we can use Claude, or we can use maybe Google Gemini or Cursor to kind of write the code for us, and we paste it into Agnos AI? Does that work?
Yeah, you can also have the help of the AI tools. For example, here I have the Claude CLI. For example, I will just start the Claude CLI here. And actually, that details here, that's instruction, I have asked the Claude to edit for me.
Okay.
Let's do the same with the workflow. I will drag and drop the workflow here. And then we ask, can you add more details on instructions? And I will.
So basically, you're asking Kit if you can make it more accessible for no-code users, basically, to start with the other engines and then use the agents.
It's a really good point because you can ask other AI tools to create the code for you, right?
Correct.
So it's a way to do that. Here I'm just using the Claude Code CLI.
Okay.
It's already integrated in the terminal. So I have asked it to improve, right, the instruction.
Okay.
So here is the plan. And let's see, right, I will accept the plan to see. Let me keep it open and see the difference. So I will enhance the web agent with detailed search instructions, enhance Hacker New agent with comprehensive analysis methodology, right? Let's wait. But it's good. It's a good thing because, yeah, you can use ChatGPT, any other AI to help you coding it.
Correct.
If you already have an example, it helps because you have a pre-existing context. So you can ask to improve it or to change things, right? I don't want a writer. I don't want something else. And you can ask to that. It's a good catch. Yeah, you can definitely use the AI tools to help you on that.
So at this point, it would come down to which one gives you the better end result compared to the Crow AI or the Agnos AI. Because if you can use the AI tools to write down the code for you for Agnos AI, so it basically, I think at the end, it's just which one gives better results, I guess.
Yeah. So just like in application procedures, like you would have them both run a task and see which one performs better, and you hire that one.
Correct.
Yeah, I mean, behind the scenes, all of them will you integrate with models, with tools.
Yep.
I mean, it's more the knowledge that you are providing to each one of them, and the tools that you are providing. Because if you are using exactly the same model, or providing exactly the same knowledge and exactly the same tools, they will reach probably exactly the same results, right?
Okay.
Uh, the only difference is how easy it is to create it. Also, the how fast it is to process, because when we talk about agents, we have an abstraction here, right? Those tools are abstractions. They create abstractions. So in order to be easy for us to create an agent, a lot of things are happening in the background to allow it to work easy for us. So, but for example, you can reach the same result without a framework doing it. Okay, it's more verbals. We need to create a lot more lines of code to reach, but you can reach the same result, right?
All right. So
using LangChain, for example, you can code it directly without a framework. The role of the framework here is to help us, right, on creating agents, to have an abstraction of agent, but you can connect a very similar tools. Most of the, the intelligence comes from the model. So if I'm using the same model, I will have the same intelligence. And then the differentiation is, as mentioned, the tools and the knowledge and the prompt that I'm providing to these agents that will basically make it different in terms of result. Yeah. It's taking a while here to process. Don't know why.
Yeah.
But
so what you're saying is basically it's not about the destination, but it's more about the journey of how you reach that, because the destination, the result is pretty much the same anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, the user experience will be different. It depends if you are more familiar with code or not. So we just talked about CoreAI and AgnoAI, but there is more tools in the market, and probably more tools will come in the near future. So, but yeah, it depends of your background, how familiar you are with the tool, with the code or the studio. But in terms of results, I don't think we have like a better result. It's like how you are designing it, right? You need to think as how you your strategy, right, in terms of reaching that result. We can replicate the same strategy using CoreAI, using LangChain, using AgnoAI. So I will say that the most important thing here is to focus on improving a lot your instructions, your prompt, taking the right tool to do things that you want, and using the right model, right? You have models optimized for different things. You have a more general models, you have more specific models like as I'm using here, the Claude, we have the Claude Sonnet, and it's more specific for code, right? To help you coding. You have models that help you more on the knowledge, asking questions about general topics. It depends, and you can bring your own model, actually. If you use like Ollama, you can also use your own model. You can train your own model. Okay, it's more hard, difficult, but if you want, you can. You don't need to depend on these models that you have in the market right now. If you want to train your own, you can use it in your agent.
Of course. Whoops, sorry. I misclicked.
It's taking a while here to process. I will try to resume it. I want to show you it in action, but it's taking, for some reason, taking so much time to check those tasks here. But it's a good idea to use some AI tools to help you code. Yeah.
Okay.
This detail here was provided by Cloud Code, for example. All those instructions here, I have added it using Cloud Code, and you can do the same. Yeah. You can also ask to, okay, let me add another knowledge here. Okay, now it's working. Because I want to get information from Wikipedia, for example. So we have knowledge adapter, let's say, that connects with Wikipedia and gets the information from there. Jira, you have like some task management tools that you can create tasks automatically on those tools, or get information from those tools, right? To have an overview of the project that you are working on, you can connect with your task management tool to get that. Okay, I will here, and now, okay, now you can see it, right?
Mm.
We have more detailed information on our workflow. The first one already finished, that's the web agent. Remember that before we have just one phrase, now we have a complete instruction here. And now we need to wait for the Hacker News writer research team and finish so you can see the details here as well. Yeah, it facilitates a lot if you are not familiar coding. And also, here also we can see this one already finished and going now to the writer agent. Yeah, there's a tons of use cases that you can use for using agents and teams and crew.
Sorry, Davi, just back to the Wikipedia part. I mean, you know, when I grew up or were working with uni, apparently Wikipedia was not acceptable as a reliable source back then. So like you can instruct the AI to, you know, the researcher can instruct them to research somewhere else that you know, that research 10 links that's reliable, for example, news article, something like that, and then for them to collect information and tell them to avoid Wikipedia. I mean, that's a prompt that you can do as well, right? Correct. Okay.
You can do it. Yeah, you can add it to the prompt to avoid, for example, Wikipedia. You can add it in the instructions, right? To avoid going to Wikipedia, because sometimes you have the Go, for example, and the Go can search. I mean, any source, so you can restrict it to a few sources that you want to, or also you can create an agent to check the content, to do a double check, right? Okay, I know that all the informations here should be linked with a reliable source, so I want to have the link to the source, right, and the name of the source at the end of each paragraph, for example, and things like that. So you can start adding more layers, more agents. And also you can have a final agents that will reveal all the work, right? As we did in our session with the COTI, that you are basically reviewing everything. Everything makes sense based on our original request. And then we can have a final a QA, quality assurance reviewer, to make sure everything is correct, for example, and give instructions to the QA to help you review the text, things like that, right? You can also have.
Do they create feedback loops? Do they improve themselves?
Yes, because as we are saving the context, they can improve themselves. You are not like changing the prompt here directly, but if you want, you can create like a way to improve the prompt, right? But we have the context, right? So if you use the same context window here, and you use like agents that is reviewing the work, you can use it to improve themselves, right? But you need to have the storage to save, to have a stateful agents, so they can have the previous conversations, and they can use that for the answers, right? I have never tested that before, but it's doable. It's possible to create something like that.
Yeah, so because you mentioned storage, is that included in the service of Agno as the agents are running through them? Or
we have
what are we thinking about? What kind of size for context or built up knowledge? What do we think of?
Yeah, you have some options here. Let me show you. in this example, I'm just setting the DB, the database, for each one of them. And we can actually choose what database you want. Here I'm using the SQLite DB. It's really just to store those contexts, but we have some parameters that you can set to specify, I mean, how much, how many conversations you want to keep in memory. I mean, you can set that. In the documentation, let me go here, you can find more, I mean, information regarding that. Right, you have here the DB. Let's check if you have more options in examples and the cookbook to set. But yeah, we have more possibilities, right? Yeah, I won't be able to probably to find it now, but we have previews. Okay, I need to, yeah, I need to search about it, but yeah, you can have more control over the memory if you need. You can have more control over it. You have a full documentation here that explains how it works and advanced use cases as well. You can, I really recommend to go through the Agno documentation because you can see all the possibilities, all, I mean, ways that you can use it. And also, we have examples, really cool examples that you can copy and paste and use it in your own. Yeah, just copy and paste the examples here. And yeah, you have that sharing memory between agents. That's cool, right? That's the point here. Want multiple agents to share the same memories. To achieve that, you just need to provide the same database. That's like what I'm doing. I'm passing exactly the same database to all of them, so they have that shared memory, right?
But shared memory to which agents are we talking about in this case? The between agents, you mean?
They remember the answers of which one of them, right? I can we can save all the answers from the agents, and all of them have access to that, right? So they can, if needed, use that that memory to improve the answer, right? So yeah, you have that up. I want to show you also the tools. So just to show you the possibilities that you have here. Okay, you have the MCP, I already talked about it. But you also have, let's say, yeah, those here. As you can see, you have additional, like a lot of different tools here. Oops. Yeah, ClickUp. We have the financial tools as well. GitHub, Google Maps, Google Calendar, Google Sheets. Yeah, Luma, OpenCV, Trello. I mean, Zendesk. Yeah, you have a lot of different options here to connect with the external tools to help us. Weather, Open Weather, Resend, yeah, other browsers. Finance, it's cool to have some financing tools. You can ask for the price of a specific stock, for example, or even crypto market. We can get information from the crypto market, and we can use it as an input for our agents.
Oh, so this is provided in the Agno website, correct?
Yeah. Yeah,
okay.
built in already.
So if anything other than what's provided in here, like let's say, because I don't say TikTok in there. So if they don't have TikTok in there, I won't be able to do the same thing that you do with YouTube for TikTok, do they?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Let me check here regarding.
Okay, there's TikTok.
Yeah, me, it's available through different tools. I mean, probably, let me check here. YouTube is,
It's under
yeah,
YouTube.
here I have
Yeah, it's YouTube
YouTube.
tool.
The X, as I remember, yeah, we also
Yep.
have X,
X Twitter.
Slack,
Slack.
Gmail,
Yeah, of course.
Telegram. Yeah, it's a good thing. I mean, probably TikTok not available directly here, but through a different tool, probably. Yeah, web scraping tools. Yeah, it's not a
Mm.
native
Okay.
integration, but you can probably connect to it with using different ways, right?
Okay.
But
So
not
there's a
directly.
you got to
So easy.
access it through other mediums instead of just
Yeah,
directly like
yeah.
the rest. Okay, makes sense.
Yeah, directly is more easy because you just need to provide the address, right?
All right.
So easy when you have that direct integration. But when you don't have it, you probably need to do a custom integration, as I
Mhm.
did with the COTI MCP.
Of course.
So COTI MCP isn't available here, right? But I was able to connect it directly using our MCP tool. So then I need to provide exactly the address that I want to connect to, right? If I have an API key, I need to provide it, right? But it's possible. You can create custom tools, right? So
Mhm.
TikTok probably will be a custom tool. You need to provide your API key, your developer endpoint, things like that. But they are constantly updating it, so probably they will add it in the future. So but here in the documentation, you can see at least what they have so far in terms
Mm.
of already done integrations that you can use it. Um, Apart from that, you need to create your own
I mean,
integrations, right?
you can do it with LinkedIn. I mean, if you can integrate LinkedIn into this as well, that means you can, let's say if you want to find talents to recruit to your firm,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's also an option to go as well because you can just post the position, the job description, and like I think it will just match on like we'll try to match on what they have on LinkedIn or like anyone who's available.
Yeah, a good way to integrate is using the MCP. For example, TikTok
Okay.
has an MCP, so already available.
Okay.
Probably LinkedIn. We can also
Mm.
have an MCP.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, you need to find the official one, right? But you in Smithery, it's a good resource that you can search for MCPs in Smithery.ai.
Mm.
For example, here you can find the COI MCP, for example. You can find it here, but here, right? But
Mm-hmm.
you can search for other ones. Let's say LinkedIn, we have this post generator. We have some option here, right? That you can search. Another one is TikTok. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
that's mine. All integration to TikTok. That's available here as well. But yeah, you can find here as well. But preference, I will say, let's try to use an official or MCP, right? Sometimes you can see non-official ones, and we don't know exactly the code behind it, right? When you
Of
use a
course.
non-official MCP server. Um, but it's the best option if the platform already has this integration built in. It's best to use the MCP because you have more flexibility in terms of integration. MCP is basically a tool that's already created for AI. So the protocol is already created thinking on integrating with AI tools.
Of course.
So, right, that's basically it. What
Mhm.
I have for today, right? You can explore more examples here on the Agno documentation. You can play with this agent OS here in the
Mhm.
playground. So, but it's at least is first steps, right? When we start coding, we can find it here on the Agno documentation. And again, flexibility is really cool. You can start by doing simple things, but if you want to add more advanced use cases, it's also a possibility to extend it and start using workflows, or to publish it and start integrating it with other tools. It depends, right, your use case. But yeah, that's basically for you that are starting now on AI agents. It's a good way to start using CrewAI. If you are not so familiar with code, you can start using CrewAI, or you can start using the Agno with the help of AI tools as well, integrating it with the terminal, or you can ask ChatGPT to create the code for you, things like that. You can it works as well.
Of course.
All right, that's basically it, right, from Agno.
All right. Just just one word. Wow. It's like I gotta say, this is one of the most incredible session I've been in. I gotta say that hats off to you, Davi, and of course Robert, for sharing the insight and show us how powerful Agno's AI and AI agents are. Of course, tonight building AI agents doesn't have to be complicated. Platform like Agno's AI let us experiment, and you can play with it a little, and learn how to use it eventually. If you want to keep the conversation going, don't forget to post your questions in the comment section below, and of course don't forget to smash that like button. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, COTI Foundation. Big thank you to all of you joining us today. Of course, keep building, keep experimenting, and most of all, have fun. I'm Kit. I'll see you next time. Stay COTI.
Stay coding.
Stay good.